Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4 KKL at Manuan Kudus. Let me introduce our member. The first is
Ananda Lutfia Zawa. I explain about the description and overview at Man 1 Kudus and opportunities.
The second is
Alinda Octavian Disney. I will explain about the description of Yuta Otake activity and the weakness at Man 1 Kudus.
The third Yunita Batseba. I will explain about trait. The fourth is
Shafara Ainur Rahma. I will explain about strengths, challenges, and solutions at Man 1 Kudus.
On November 18, 2025, Yuta Otake held a workshop at UIN Sunan Kudus that focused on interactive game-based teaching. The workshop emphasized teacher presence, self-confidence, and active learning. Participants were introduced to the forces that critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Teachers were encouraged to act as facilitators, not only as content delivers. Critical thinking was developed through reflective activities, such as discussing whether a noisy classroom indicates poor classroom management. Participants were required to think, analyze, and explain their opinions, not simply give short answers. Communication skills were strengthened through various speaking activities, including turn and talk, sharing personal experience, dice games, and board games. These activities encourage participants to speak clearly, confidently, and actively express their ideas. Collaboration was practiced in group activities where participants worked together in teams. Each member had a specific role, such as captain, time manager, or cheerleader. This helped participants learn teamwork, responsibility, and cooperation. Creativity was shown through game-based learning activities, such as creating game piece, music, and movement activities, and interactive games. These activities allowed participants to express ideas in fun, engaging ways. In addition to the forces, Yuta Otake introduced the concept of community, emphasizing that learning is not only about individual achievement, but also about building a supportive environment. The workshop ended with the Mangrove Teachers Anthem and an introduction to the Mangrove programs. Overall, the workshop provided a fun and meaningful learning experience and allowed participants to practice the forces directly through interactive activities.
This slide explains the general overview and how the KKL program was implemented. First, the field study programs KKL was conducted by English language education students from the 2023 cohort of UIN Sunan Kudus and Man 1 Kudus. The purpose of this program was to connect the theory learner at university with real teaching practice through pair observation and interview. The program was supervised by Mr. Muhammad Misbahul Munir, APMPD. The location of the program was Man 1 Kudus, specifically in the teacher office and the classroom areas. The program was carried out in the two visits on December 1st and December 5th, 2025. The main objective of the program was to analyze English curriculum, management, and teaching methodologies used at the schools. The method used in this program include small group coordination and direct interviews with relevant stakeholders such as teacher and school staff. Next up, key findings and observation. During the visit, the research team collected data on English language learning, covering technical, management, and student-centered aspects. The main focus was divided into 3 points. First, teaching practice. Observations were conducted to observe how the teaching and learning process took place in the classroom, including A. Learning methods, reviewing the methods used by teacher in the classroom. B. Interactional media, the use of aids of media to support the delivery of material. 3. C. Teaching challenge, identifying specific obstacles faced by English teaching in the teacher. 2. Curriculum management. This aspect review how the English curriculum is managed as structured and implemented to align with educational standards in madrasah. 3. Students' perspective. The research also helps the students' perspective to understand their learning experience, level of engagement, and response to the method applied.
Today, I will to share with you the 5 main strengths of Manwan Kudus based on research that my team and I conducted at the school. First, excellence in research. Manwan Kudus is known as a school that focuses on research. The students often win scientific competition like LKTI, Lomba Karya Tulis Ilmiah, and LPB, Lomba Peneliti Belia, both at national and international levels. Second, strong Quran memorization program. The Tahfidz program has produced many students who memorize the entire Quran, all 30 juz. This shows the school's commitment to develop both academic skills and religious values. The third, complete facilities. The school has good facilities like comfortable classrooms, laboratories, a modern library, multimedia rooms, and sports facilities. All of this support students' learning and help them develop their talents. Fourth, various extracurricular activities. There are many extracurricular programs and special activities that help students build their character, skills, and talents in different areas. Fifth, bilingual environment. The school encourages student athletes to use English and Arabic every day. This helps them become fluent and confident when speaking both languages. Based on our research, these 5 strengths make Manwan Kudus a leading school that excels in academics, spirituality, and character building. Thank you for your attention.
Weaknesses of Manwan Kudus. The weaknesses are factors that can limit the effectiveness of the learning process at Manwan Kudus. The first is the learning time for Salafiyah subject is relatively short, so some materials can't be explained in depth. The second is some classrooms or facilities are still under construction, which reduce students' comfort during learning. Third, the school is located in a relatively remote area, limiting access to external educational resources. The fourth is there is a lack of supervisor for extracurricular activities, causing this program to run less effectively. The fifth is students often struggle to balance academic lessons and the Tahfidz program, leading to fatigue and reduced focus.
Next, opportunities. First, characters, excellence, and achievement. This point means that the school aims to produce graduates who not only excel academically, but also have strong moral character and good attitudes. In addition, students are prepared to be competitive, so they are ready to face challenges at higher education levels and in its global era. Two, students' potential development. This point focuses on developing students' talents and interests through academic and non-academic activities. The school provides various programs and extracurricular activities to help students explore their abilities and achieve their full potential. 3. Religious and local wisdom. This point emphasizes the importance of religious values in the students' daily life. At the same time, students are taught to respect and preserve local wisdom and cultural tradition, so they flow into individuals who are both religious and cultural area. For reputation area learning school, despite refer to the school's effort to maintain its reputation as leading and high achievement institution, it is achieved through consistent academic excellence, students' achievements, and positive contribution to society. 5. Preservation of Islamic tradition. The point highlights to schools' commitment to developing Islamic knowledge and traditions. Programs like Tahfidz Al-Quran are provided to preserve Islamic scientific tradition and to strengthen students' spiritual and intellectual foundations.
Here I would like to explain about traits of Manwan Kudus. The first is mismatch between the learning process and academic evaluation. This issue occurs when teaching methods are not aligned with assessment practice, causing evaluation to fail to accurately reflect student actual learning process and abilities. 2. Time management challenges between memorization and school lesson. This challenge arises when students must divide their time between memorization activities and regular school lesson, often leading to fatigue and reduced concentration in one or both areas. 3. Inequality of academic abilities of new students. Differences in the academic background and abilities of new students create learning gaps, requiring teachers to apply different instruction to support our learners effectively. 4. Challenges in meeting national curriculum target. These challenges occur due to limited instructional time, dense curriculum content, and varied student abilities, making it difficult to achieve all national curriculum objectives.
Here, I would like to present several challenges faced by Manwan Kudus and their solutions. First, high academic and tahfidz demands. Manwan Kudus is known for its excellent programs such as research, tahfidz, and various academic competitions. However, students often feel overwhelmed because they must complete heavy assignments while memorizing the Quran regularly. The solution: the madrasah needs to coordinate assignment distribution among teachers, provide dedicated time for muraja'ah so it doesn't conflict with classes, and offer counseling services for students who feel pressured. Second, high internal competition. Many students feel they must always be the best. This creates pressure, especially for students who need more time to understand lessons. Solution: the school needs to create a more collaborative environment to group activities, recognize individual progress, and ensure every student feels valued even if they learn at a different pace. And the third, schedule fatigue and declining effectiveness. The packed schedule from curriculum, extracurriculars to religious activities leaves students and teachers with little time to rest. As a result, focus and learning quality decline. The solution: the madrasah must conduct annual schedule evaluations to prioritize main activities and introduce health block specific time without extracurriculars for rest, independent study, or spiritual reflection. 4. Imbalance in facility usage. Facilities such as language labs, broadcasting studios, and co-working spaces are underutilized due to rigid schedule. Solution: the madrasah needs to create an easily accessible digital reservation system and extend facility hours, including outside school hours, to support independent activities and student projects. With better coordination, flexibility, excellent without overburdening students and teachers. Thank you for your attention.
Enough from us.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.